Pi network holders, listen closely, because something very important just happened with the price action that most people aren't paying attention to. Pi has managed to push through a key resistance zone, and while the move might look small on the surface, the implications could be massive over the next couple of days. We just witnessed a strong upward move that signals the market may finally be waking up after weeks of dull sideways activity. For a lot of traders and long-term holders, this could be one of those moments where preparation and patience start to pay off. Now, I know many of you have been feeling discouraged. The buzz around Pi isn't as loud as it was during its early days, and plenty of people have even stopped searching for updates or paying attention. That's natural, markets go through cycles of hype and silence. But ironically, it's often during the quiet phases when the real opportunities appear. And that's exactly why I wanted to sit down and share this update with you. If you've been second-guessing your decision to mine or hold Pi, this may give you a reason to look at the project with fresh eyes. This past week, something interesting happened. After several straight days of barely any movement, the price suddenly jumped with a burst of energy. Sure, on paper the increase might seem like just a few percentage points, but in trading, it's not always about the size of the move, it's about what that move represents. In this case, it suggests that the market had been holding its breath, waiting for a reason to move, and now it's finally starting to release that tension. When I look at the charts, what stands out most is the pattern Pi has been forming. The price has been trading inside what's known as a falling channel, which you can imagine like a ball bouncing between a ceiling and a floor inside a narrow hallway. Every time the price tried to break higher, it got rejected, and every time it dipped, it found some support. But now, we're pressing right up against the ceiling again, and that's where things get exciting. If the price manages to break through with momentum, the next target could be significantly higher, and that's where opportunities for profit start to open up. Why am I leaning toward a breakout instead of a breakdown? Well, the technical indicators are flashing some very promising signals. For example, the MACD, which measures momentum, is beginning to show upward strength. Think of it like pressure building up behind a dam. It's not visible at first, but when it finally breaks, the flow is powerful. At the same time, the RSI, another important indicator, is hovering around neutral territory. That means we're not yet overbought, but we're definitely recovering from being oversold. When these conditions align, history shows that a strong move often follows. But it's not all straightforward, and I want to be honest about that. Over the last day or so, a large number of Pi tokens have been moved into exchanges. Normally, that suggests people are preparing to sell, which could bring downward pressure. At first glance, that might seem like a red flag, but I see it differently. In many previous crypto cycles, the biggest rallies started right when weak holders began giving up. When short-term sellers exit, it clears the path for stronger hands to take over, which often drives the price even higher in the long run. That's why the next few days are so critical. The level Pi is sitting at right now isn't just another number, it's a line in the sand. If the price can hold above it and prove that buyers are stepping up, it could confirm that the market has shifted in favor of the bulls. That would spark new attention, invite more traders back into the conversation, and even reignite confidence among people who had started doubting Pi's future. On the other hand, if the price fails to hold this zone and slips lower, we might see another retest of previous lows. Personally, though, I believe the probability of a breakout is higher given the current setup, but I always keep a protective stop-loss ready because markets have a way of surprising us when we get too confident. What makes this moment even more fascinating is how quiet the overall sentiment has become. People aren't talking about Pi as much, social searches are down, and it almost feels like the project has been forgotten. But history shows that these silent periods are often when the most profitable opportunities emerge. Contrarian investing, betting against the mood of the crowd, has rewarded me countless times in the past, and this situation is lining up to feel exactly like that. Now, I know some people will roll their eyes and assume this is just another case of someone trying to hype up a coin. But here's the difference, I've actually been increasing my position during this consolidation period because I see value in what's unfolding. I'm not saying it's risk-free, far from it. But I'd rather take the calculated risk of being early to a breakout than sit on the sidelines and regret missing it. The next 2 weeks are going to be incredibly telling. Either the charts confirm what I'm seeing, or they prove me wrong. But at least I'm prepared for both scenarios, and that's what smart trading is all about. If you find this kind of breakdown useful, let me know by hitting the like button. It really does help me understand what kind of content you enjoy and encourages me to keep diving deeper into these analyses. Every like, comment, and share doesn't just help the channel, it also strengthens the entire Pi community. Because when people are informed, they're less likely to act out of fear and more likely to make strategic decisions. And here's something else to think about: you can make a real impact by sharing this video with other Pi holders who might be losing hope. Not everyone has access to thoughtful, balanced updates. Many are just reacting to rumors or random noise on social media. By spreading real analysis, you're helping build a stronger, smarter community. That's also why I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me how you're approaching this moment. Are you buying into the dip? Are you waiting for confirmation before making a move? Or are you stepping aside entirely and just watching from a distance? I read through as many of your messages as I can, and your feedback actually helps shape the content I bring here. Finally, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. The coming weeks could be some of the most exciting we've seen in months for Pi, and I'll be here covering every development, every breakout attempt, and every shift in sentiment. Subscribers get the updates first, and in many cases I share my own trades and strategies before I even talk about them publicly. That kind of timely insight can make all the difference in this space. At the end of the day, whether you choose to act on this information or not is up to you. What matters is that you have the knowledge to make informed choices instead of being caught off guard. The opportunity is there, plain and simple. Now the question is, what are you going to do with it?